Yeah, man. Back that like button. Hit the like button. Ugh. Motherfucker, like button. Ugh. Better get a workout in, y'all. It's 40-pound dumbbells, man. If you can't at least carry the 40s, you gotta get in the gym. Straight up. 2026. Can't carry the 40s, you gotta get in the gym. Ugh. But y'all, we got 2800 loyalty betrayal. No, that's not what happened though, man. That's why you need me on here. He's not being charged with that. That's not what's going on, loyalty betrayal. That's not what's going on. And I'm gonna get to it. Loyalty betrayal, you gotta start checking it with me first, man. No, I know you can read. I'm not saying you can't read, man. I'm not saying you can't read. But you gotta know that the feds is slick with how they word things. You know, they slick with how they word things. And it's still up to the judge. Because I don't even know if the judge even going to allow them to do that. To be honest. We'll see what the defense rebuttal is. That's what's gonna matter the most. What's the rebuttal? But they're not being charged. They trying to make it an overt act. Basically, they just want to be able to mention these things in court. That's all it is. But they're not charging them. That's what I'm telling you. They're not charging them. They just want to be able to mention it. They want to be able to use these things to prove that Durk pays for his. That's all. But they're not actually charging him separately with them crimes. Yeah, you did say that. But you're still not understanding what it. They're not being charged for it. Not being charged. They're trying to make them overt acts under the murder for hire counts or the murder by stalking counts. They're not charging them for it. They just want to be able to mention this. That he has been involved in, or allegedly his name has been thrown around in this case, that case. That's what they're trying to do. I don't know if the judge is going to allow that. I think that might prejudice the jury. Man. You try to mention two cases that he's not charged in. The case in Atlanta got thrown out. They talking about the case with King Von? Or they talking about the other case that the nigga telling on? Let me read the paperwork. Let's get to it. Hey, Alvin, you sent me the paperwork, right? Alvin here. Yeah, see, you talking about the case with King Von. No, it's not even, that's not even what it is, man. They just want to be able to say it. You know, because as it stands now, they can't bring up that Chicago case. So that's why they're trying to go back to the judge and say, I know we said that we weren't going to bring it up, but you know, we are trying to use this. To me, what that says is, yo, that California case is weak as a bitch. That's what I get from that. See, the blogs is painting the narrative that, oh, look, he's done. And, yo, what this tells me is that the California case is weak. Because it can prejudice the jury. Because if he's not charged in these counts or these overt acts, then why the fuck is we bringing them up? Now, for them to be additional charges, that means they would have to supersede them again. They're not that's how you know they're not charges. They're just trying to add overt acts to the. They just want. I don't even know if it's. They just want to be able to mention it. That's it. For them to charge Durk with these two other charges, they would have to supersede them again. And that's not what they doing. Hey, that's true too. But you know, AJ didn't get the money from Durk either. You know, Ken is the one that paid AJ. What's up, Sean? Ken is dead. Ken dead, man. Ken is the only one that can tie Durk to that crime. For all the fans know, only thing AJ can speak to is he was under the impression that the hit was for Durk. Yeah, that's what they doing. They throwing shit in the wind. He was under the impression that they did it for Durk. He can't say definitively, yeah, this was for Durk because he didn't talk to Durk. He ain't talked to Durk. There's no proof that he said anything to Durk. No, that's because let me get to the paperwork because I'm speaking too soon. Let me get to the paperwork. Didi trying to get another bond because it looked like they're trying to postpone the case again. God damn, y'all, why the fuck they keep trying to make me re-sign in my email and shit, man? Come on, that's the dumbass shit. Yeah, I'm not trying to do that. Sign that. Hit that like button, y'all. And I see Byron Blake still not trying to admit he wrong with the big 30 shit. Niggas is crazy, yo. Like, god damn, you wrong, bro. Jesus Christ, like it happens to the best of them. Yo, why the fuck can't I sign in my fucking email, man? I think it was doing this last time we was on live. Talking about if I was a lawyer, I would have amended this. Yo, obviously it wasn't no issue with what the man said. Hold on, y'all. Yo just will not admit that he got it wrong. This is crazy. Yo, why the fuck is it doing this, yo? Fuck, they keep making me fucking sign in my fucking email anyway.
According to factually.co, the sources provided do not contain a click.
Shut the fuck up. Let me turn my computer off and turn it back on. That shit acting stupid. You said, who the fuck is Mr. 11 Pages, man? who that is? Who Mr. 11 Pages? Hey, you know how we do, man. I don't have no problem with debating. Because I typically don't speak on shit that I don't know. I mean, like, this nigga will not let go of that big 30 shit. Like, bro, it's not a judicial admission, yo. It's not that, yo. He can change it. He can get, like, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Like, yo, you can't be the one as a YouTuber to say, look, this is a judicial admission. Yo, that gotta be, the judge gotta co-sign that, man. You ain't the judge, bro. Nobody's gonna lock themselves in the story or before they even get their fucking paperwork. That right there is enough. These are high profile lawyers. These niggas, these ain't rinky dink ass lawyers, man. They're not gonna lock themselves in a fucking story before you even get discovery. Like yo, common sense. I tell you that shit don't make that ain't true. Um yeah, common sense will tell you that shit ain't true. But he just won't let it go. Forgot password. Yo, what the fuck, yo? Something wrong with fucking Yahoo account. Desktop. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. Fuck it. Shit's stupid. Matter of fact, I can go to nope, I can't even do it on there. Hey Lord, to be fair, you covered it. It is not allowing me to sign in. Let me see. I'm gonna use a few different fucking passwords. Yeah, I missed 11 pages, man. Appreciate it, man. I can't even fucking get to it, man. My fucking computer is not letting me log into my fucking email address. I don't even know how I even got unlogged in. Shouldn't even make fucking sense. I can't log into my Twitter account. That shit got me locked out. I bet. Yeah, that'll work. Cause I don't know what the fuck is going on. Appreciate it, Al. Alright, y'all. Suit the album, man. Alright, so look. This shit is misleading, y'all. Feds playing new charges in Lord Durk that could push the trial back. Like, oh, these are all deceptive tactics when they don't really have a case, man. They trying everything they can pop. God damn, 15 pages. The fuck album? Is this shit in order? They trying everything that they can possibly do. What is this? As there is new information to be presented that was not considered by the previous judicial officer. So this DD bail. So DD trying to get another bail. I ain't gotta really get into that. Page 2. Alright, so this is I mean, I think it's too early to say if he gonna get off or not. I know, based off how the feds is moving, they don't really have no strong case. That case ain't strong. Like they want people to. It's hereby applies for review of reconsideration of November 15th, 2024 detention order. That's one thing I can say. Cause yo, when they got a case, yo, they don't play these type of games. They try and get you in and out. So this is DD paperwork right here. All right, so it's a Wilson application for review and order release on conditions for 3 reasons. First, the government cannot carry its burden of persuasion under 18 USC 3142. Ms. Wilson's alleged role is materially subordinate to every other defendant's charge. All the alleged participants are in custody, and the alleged enterprise is dismantled. Further, since the original detention hearing, the government has itself narrowed the allegations against Mr. Wilson, removing its specific allegations that Mr. Wilson was responsible for paying the alleged bounty for the killing of SR. Second, Mr. Wilson has already spent more than 8 months in pretrial custody, and the trajectory points to much longer. The government has informed defense counsel that it is considering filing supplemental charges by June 3rd, 2026. The new charge will add 2 alleged incidents as direct evidence, including conduct. See, I told you, as direct evidence. They trying to add over X, y'all. Technically they're charges, but they're not getting re-indicted. They're just trying to add more. Don't you remember how in the first, they might have to re-indict them. They might do re-indict them. But it's still one case. They just want to be able to mention these other instances. That's all it is. Like he's not gonna be fighting the LA case and the motherfucking Chicago case in one trial. That's not how that's gonna work. They just trying to be able to discuss these other charges. And this gonna push the trial back probably like the end of next year. Maybe longer than that. Yo, know what it looked like? Yo, see, Lord to Trail, that's the same shit Byron Blake do. No, that's not. Didi is not admitting that. All the government is doing is repeating what the prosecution is alleging. That's all the defense is doing. That's all they doing. When you see stuff like that, all they doing is repeating what the prosecution is alleging. That's it. It's not Didi admitting to anything. Yeah, but what they're trying to do, one thing you gotta know, these people are strategic. They're trying to get somebody to tell. However many witnesses or snitches they got, I don't think they're comfortable. Like I said, if it's Didi, not Didi, if it's Jam, you can't, you do not want to go to trial with Jam as your star witness. I said that just the other day. If I was a prosecutor fighting a high profile case, I would not want Jam to be my star witness. Fuck that. I need somebody more replicable. Because Jam can switch up at any given moment. The gangster rat, you see how they operate. You see how Woody operated. You don't want, if you're a prosecutor, you don't want to put your case in their hands. I got told on by a gangster rat. You know what this nigga used to do? This nigga used to fight the police not to go to court. That nigga told and was not trying to get on that stand, man. That nigga used to fight every day. Case getting postponed. They can't get this nigga out the cell. Like, you can't really trust a gangster rat. They get up that bitch and fuck up the whole case. And they easily rattled. That's the way you can attack their credibility. But let me go back. The court should grant Mr. Wilson's application for review and order release on conditions for 3 reasons. First, the government cannot carry its burden of persuasion under the rule. Mr. Wilson's alleged role is materially subordinate to every other charged defendant. Now, remember, when you see this paperwork, this is the defense using the government's theory against them. That's all this is. People got to understand that people keep looking at paperwork from the lawyer and saying that he's making this statement. Big U is saying this. Big 30 is saying that. No, yo, that's not what's going on. You got to realize, yo, emotions, you're not fighting the case. Now, you can fight certain merits of the case, but you can't fight the overall justification of the charges. You have to use what the prosecution is alleging against them, which means you can nitpick certain facts, but that's it. That's all. You can't just deny everything, because what the fuck, the judge gonna look at that shit and then look at the evidence and say, well, they do have evidence to that corroborates this, or can't really do that. But he not getting no bail. All the alleged participants are in custody, and the alleged enterprise is dismantled. Look, the alleged enterprise is dismantled, which means the enterprise that the government is alleging is dismantled. Further, since the original detention hearing, the government has itself narrowed the allegations against Mr. Wilson, removing its specific allegation that Mr. Wilson was responsible for paying the alleged bounty for the killing of SR. Remember, the witness, the snitch, never said that money was paid off. The snitch said that I believed, that if I didn't commit this murder, I wouldn't get music opportunities. Yo, that is very, 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 very weak. Yo, I can believe anything. I can believe the sky is falling. That don't mean it's actually falling. I can believe in Santa Claus. That don't mean he real. You understand what I'm saying? This case isn't strong, y'all. They don't have no proof as it stands that Durk paid for anybody's bounty. They don't have no proof. That's why they're going back and trying to add more charges, because they don't have nothing. Like when you see them doing things like this, they don't have nothing, y'all. Because why go through all this? If Durk get found guilty for this, he getting life anyway. What's the point of adding the Chicago case on there? What's the point of adding the Atlanta case on there? If he get found guilty on this, it's over. The fuck, like, you don't gotta, what the fuck, you get double life, triple life. Life is life. You ain't coming out any motherfucking way. What you mean? Y'all keep saying kids. I don't know what that means. The government has informed defense counsel that it is considering filing supplemental charges by June 3rd, 2026. The new charge will add 2 new alleged incidents as direct evidence, including conduct the government had affirmatively withdrawn from its case in chief 3 months ago. Like I told y'all, from its case in chief, which means the main case. They're trying to add these as overt acts of violence. And the only reason they would do this is because, in my opinion, based off what I know about how these people operate, is that they can't prove the case in chief. So in order to prove the case in chief, we're going to have to bring up these other incidents. That's what this tells me. Like this is to me, this is not like groundbreaking or earth shattering news. Yeah, I think if Jad, I don't know what's going on with Vonnie. I ain't gonna lie. The fact that his court date wasn't listed with the rest of this, I don't know. But shit, who you never know. Even if Vonnie telling, he could be telling on other guys. Yeah, and you don't know what his testimony gonna be. Just like the person who booked the flights, like you don't know what their testimony is gonna be. They can go up there and say, "Yeah, I booked the flights," but I ain't know it was, I ain't know nothing about no murder. I don't know, Lord, to be true. If Ken told, I think that shit probably will pop up in some type of documentation. Just like remember the old black trial where they were saying the other dude was dead. What's his name? The one that killed himself. Um, Including conduct the government had affirmatively withdrawn from its case in chief 3 months ago. Supplemental charges of that scope will not permit the August 20th, 2026 trial date. Look, supplemental, which means these are not main charges. That's why I'm saying these are overt acts. Supplemental charges. The supplements. It's not the main. We got the case in chief, then we got supplemental charges. Of that scope will not permit the August 20th, 2026 trial date to hold. And for Ms. Wilson, pretrial detention is poised to become indefinite. Third, Mr. Wilson offers a fulsome surety package demonstrating strong family support. These serious financial commitments, combined with stringent, comprehensive conditions, can reasonably assure both Mr. Wilson's appearance and safety to the community. Mr. Wilson made his initial appearance on November 15th, 2024. At the detention hearing, the government invoked the application rebuttal presumption, and the magistrate judge ordered Mr. Wilson detained pending trial. See, y'all gotta remember, a lot of these blogs, like Instagram blogs, them niggas don't. Like, one of the worst things you can do is post paperwork and don't explain it. Like, that is irresponsible. Because you can't leave stuff like this up for debate, or for just the average fan just to read it and comprehend it when they don't know anything about law. They don't know anything about law. Mr. Wilson has remained in custody since his initial appearance, now more than 18 months. Alvin. Remember, I told you this before I even read it. Alvin, when you first told me about this, what I said, they overt acts, man. On May 1st, 2025, the government filed the second superseding indictment, charging Mr. Wilson and 5 co-defendants with conspiracy, count 1, and aiding and abetting, count 2, use of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire, aiding and abetting stalking, count 3, and aiding and abetting the use, carrying, and discharging of firearms. Yeah, you're right. They ain't gonna read it anyway. Including the machine gun and furtherance of crimes of violence, count 4, all resulting in death. Counts 1 and 4 trigger the rebuttal presumption under the U.S. Code. It's 1 and 4. Aiding and abetting. Conspiracy is count 1. And count 4 is including the machine gun and furtherance of crimes of violence. What the fuck is the rebuttal presumption? What is the federal rule on rebuttal presumption?
Federal Rule of Evidence 301 governs rebuttable presumptions in U.S. federal courts. In civil cases, the party against whom the presumption exists must present enough evidence to counter it, but the original party still holds the burden of proof. For legal advice, consult a professional.
Oh, so they basically saying they haven't from the discovery that they got, they haven't shown any proof of those counts. In February 2026, the government withdrew its proposed Rule 44B evidence concerning the 2022 Chicago incident in the limiting hearing, referring to the withdrawal material as the Chicago incident. On May 13, 2026, the government informed defense counsel that it is considering seeking supplemental charges that would charge the Chicago 2022 incident and the incident from 2019 in Atlanta as direct evidence in this case. On February 26, 2026, the government denied Ms. Wilson's motion to sever. And that's another thing too, y'all. If they bring up this this Atlanta incident, yo, they gotta grant Didi the severance. They gotta grant all them boys the severance because they ain't got nothing to do with this shit. It's like right now they just trying anything. Like, how you gonna bring up the Atlanta case that involved King Von, Bezu, and the other guy with Durk, and none of these guys was involved in this shit, or the Chicago case? To be honest. All right. In February 2026, the government denied. I think I said that to you too, Alvin, earlier. Mr. Wilson motion to sever. In doing so, the court observed that the severance motion was considerably stronger before the government's withdrawal of the Chicago incident. You see what I'm saying? Alvin, didn't I told you all this before reading the paperwork. The government has now signaled its intention to bring both the Chicago incident and a previously unproposed Atlanta 2019 incident into this case as direct evidence. Neither involves Mr. Wilson. Yo, they fucking their case up, man. The government is scrambling and scraping. They fucking their case up. Telling you, this case gonna be a fucking mess, man. They just doing anything. Like, yo, if y'all got this strong case against Durk, prosecute it. You know what I mean? The fuck is the prosecute the case? Why are y'all going through all this extreme measures to convince the jury that, look, I know we don't got the evidence in the case in chief, but we look at this. His name was involved in that. His name was involved in this. Like, come on now, man. Come on now. They on some bullshit. Liberty is the constitutional norm, and pretrial detention is the narrow exception. The Bail Reform Act mandates release of a person facing trial under the least restrictive conditions or combinations of conditions that will reasonably assure the insurance of the person as required. A court may order detention only on a finding that no condition or combination of all conditions can reasonably assure appearance and community safety. Only in rare cases should release be denied. So they be just reading case law. The Bail Reform Act established a four-factor test that the court must apply. 1, the nature and circumstances of offense charged, the weight of evidence against the person. Yeah, I told y'all this with the with Big 30 shit. The history and characteristics of the person, and the nature and seriousness of the danger to any person or community that would be posed by the person released. This is the same conversation I was having with Byron Blake when I was talking about Big 30. And the reason why they conceded to certain parts of the indictment in that hearing is because it paints his role as being the least. Look, the weight of the evidence against the person, that's what that means. For the first two factors, courts cannot consider any uncharged conduct. To carry its burden of persuasion in seeking detention, the government must demonstrate by a preponderance of evidence that the defendant posed a risk of flight, and by clear and convincing evidence that he presents a danger to the community. Clear and convincing evidence is a higher burden than preponderance and must induce an abiding conviction that the truth of what? The fuck, yo? I ain't really read all that. I'm gonna skim through this shit. Alright, let's get to the argument. A. It's the arguments. Nah, I had a state case. I ain't no fair case. But I've been covering cases so long on YouTube, you'd have thought I had a motherfucking fair case. Nah, but this is what they do though, y'all. Like all of this is tactics. They keep delaying the trial. They want somebody to fold, man. Because yo, jail is worse than prison. Appreciate it. Like, yo, people who take plea deals just to get out of jail. If you sit in jail long enough, man, they can be trying to get out that bitch, man. Look how much time they got. What they talking? 7 years, 10 years, man. Give me that. I've been in this bitch for 3. You know, get me on there with a commissary list longer, and I can have rec and have contact visits, and you understand what I'm saying? Like jail is tight. Niggas be trying to get the fuck out of jail, and they know this. That's why they keep postponing, hoping that one day nigga gonna be like, man, look, man, reach out to the lawyer, man. Look, I'm trying to cut a deal, man. Fuck that. You feel me? And it works. It works sometimes. While the offenses charged in counts 1 and 4 trigger the rebuttal presumption, Mr. Wilson satisfies his light burden of production. He has produced concrete evidence that conditions exist that can reasonably assure his appearance and the community safety, including the new surety package, family residence in support in Illinois, the absence of any allegations that Mr. Wilson personally participated in any violence, and the dismantled state of the alleged conspiracy with every charged co-defendant now in custody. So basically they're saying, in every indictment, they pulled back charges. I know, I hope y'all noticed that, right? Durk then got indicted, twice, I think, or 3 times. And every time they pulled back charges, they changed statements. It went from money was paid to money wasn't paid. It went from murder for hire to death by stalking. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's showing you that their case isn't rock solid. It ain't rock solid. Because if it was, they wouldn't have to keep doing that. So what DD lawyer is saying, that look at what the government is doing, man. It's obvious they don't really have nothing, yo. Like, it's like they just keep moving the goalposts or changing the goalposts. Like, yo, my client deserves a bond, man. Based off that alone. Well, not alone, but based off of that. Ms. Wilson personally participated in any violence and the dismantled state of the alleged conspiracy with every charged co-defendant now in custody on a not heavy production burden. Oh, all right, so no. What they're saying right here, dismantled state of alleged co-conspiracy, they're saying that all the co-conspirators is in jail. So him getting a bond, he ain't gonna be around no criminals. That's what they're trying. He's not getting a bond. With all that being said, he ain't getting no bond. I don't even know why they even trying this shit. The government cannot carry its burden. The government cannot establish by clear and convincing evidence that no conditions or combination of conditions will reasonably assure community safety. Nature and circumstances of the offense. The seriousness of conduct charged is undeniable. But seriousness alone does not justify detention. Mr. Wilson does not concede the truth of any charge in this case. He maintains his innocence, which means Didi ain't telling. You see this? Mr. Wilson does not conclude the truth of any charge in this case. He maintains his innocence and intends to exercise his constitutional rights to trial. He engages with the indictment in the government's accusation in this application, only because the court may consider the nature of the offense and the evidence of guilt in the detention analysis. Basically, what I just said, they got to use the prosecution theory against them. Read it again. He engages with this indictment and the government's accusations in this application only because the court may consider the nature of the offense and the evidence of guilt in the detention analysis, and only in terms of likelihood that the person will fail to appear or will pose a danger to any person or to the community. Nothing herein is an admission, stipulation, or concession of guilt. You see that loyalty betrayal? This the shop was trying to explain to Byron Blake, dumbass. Like, yo, niggas gotta understand that, man. She didn't have to write this. But I think with the blogs, you know, because these people pay attention to the blogs. I think with the blogs pushing false narratives, I think Didi lawyer thought it was important to include this. You understand? Because motherfuckers is crazy. Like, motherfuckers just be running with shit. That's the first time I ever seen this included in a motion hearing, for real. I think they did that for the blogs. For real. I keep hitting the same shit. All right. By evidence sufficient to establish, by clear and convincing evidence, that no conditions can reasonably assure safety on Ms. Wilson's individualized record, and giving that only charged conduct may be considered. The inquiry requires careful attention to what the indictment actually alleged he did and did not do. Consider first what the first indictment does not allege. The government does not claim that Mr. Wilson placed the bounty, A. B. Coordinated the murder. C. Procured any firearm, rental car, ski mask, or hotel room. D. Drove any vehicle involved in the shooting. E. Rode in the shooting vehicle. F. During the mask. G. Fired any weapons. H. Participated in the shooting itself. I. Was present when the shots was fired. Or J. Paid a bounty. Damn, so what the fuck did Didi do? Then what the fuck did he do then, y'all? What the fuck was Didi role? Well, he was just there. That just fucked my head up. I thought they were saying Didi was one of the shooters. Hey, loyalty betrayal. What you think about that? I thought for the longest they were saying that Didi was one of the shooters. Okay. Okay, got you. He did the recruiting. That's it, though. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay. Oh, yeah, he should get a bond for that, then. But they still not going to give it to him. What the indictment does allege is far more limited. It alleges Mr. Wilson was told in coded language about a bounty, recruited others to travel to California, and texted their biographical information so that flights could be booked. Flew from Chicago to San Diego, traveled by car toward Los Angeles, traveled to a hotel where TB was staying, followed, and was a passenger in a white BMW that would track TB. Oh, okay. So they say he was in the other car, TB's black Escalade, traveled to a hamburger restaurant after the shooting, and flew back to Chicago. The overt acts 1, 5, 7 through 12, 7 through 17 through 21, 25 through 27, in sum, recruitment of 2 participants, forwarding their identifying information, in presence as a passenger in a follow vehicle. Mr. Wilson is the only charged defendant whose alleged conduct does not include ordering, financing, supplying, driving, or executing the shooting. Further, the government's charging history. Yeah, I'm so glad that his lawyer wrote that at the bottom of that paper. Because niggas will see this and be like, yo, DD telling. DD telling. You feel me? Yeah, this is the fuck niggas. Yo, niggas will see this and like, yo, look, yo, DD lawyer snitching for DD. This is a prime example of what I'm glad his lawyer did this. Salute to his lawyer, man. So now hopefully this can kill the narrative that niggas be running. Yo, the lawyer said, yo, that's an admission of guilt. Yo, no, it's not. It's not. You can tell who fought cases with lawyers versus who didn't. You understand? Yeah, I'm glad they did this. So we should never, moving forward, we should never see a motion being filed by the lawyer on behalf of a defendant and motherfuckers reading the motion and say, yo, he telling. This should be the end of that. Byron. This should be the end of that, man. Whack 100 for the shit you did to Tax Tone. And free back to Chicago. In some recruiting of 2 participants for the past year. Further, the government's charging history has changed since Mr. Wilson's original detention. The first superseding indictment, the operative charging document at his initial appearance, alleged at the direction of defendant Banks, DeAndre Wilson would pay the bounty or monetary reward or a cause payment to be made for the killing of SR on behalf of co-conspirators known and unknown to the co-conspirators hired to kill TB, whatever the fuck that means. Filed May 1st, 2025. That allegation, the only remaining payment allegation is the general statement that co-conspirators known and unknown, including defendant Banks and Wilson, would pay anyone who took part in the killing. Damn, I wish I could see that fucking word. But that's basically them changing the narrative. That's what they said. They changed the narrative. 7. I think we on 8 now. Here we on page 8. Oh, here you go. Thanks, Al. Filed May 1st, 2025. Removed that allegation. The only remaining payment allegation is the general statement that co-conspirators known and unknown, including defendant Banks and Wilson, will pay anyone who took part in the killing of TB. The second superseding indictment, count 1, means the superseding indictment. Hold up. The superseding indictment, count 1 means whatever. The superseding indictment does not allege Ms. Wilson paid anyone. This narrowing is material. The detention order rested on the first indictment, alleging that Mr. Wilson would pay the bounty for killing of SR. The second indictment contains no such allegation. The government has narrowed Mr. Wilson's alleged role in a manner that goes directly to the dangers and seriousness inquiries under the rule and constitutes new information bearing materially on the detention determination, supporting the reconsideration under the rule. The government does not contend that Mr. Wilson is part of an ongoing pattern of violence. The TARS document is a single incident on August 18th through 19th, 2022. The bounty is not alleged to have been initiated or supplied by Mr. Wilson. The alleged underlying motivating event, the November 2020 killing of DB, had nothing to do with Mr. Wilson and is years removed from any alleged ongoing activity. There is no allegation of any subsequent violent conduct by Mr. Wilson. Every charged co-defendant is in federal custody. There is no operational organization for Mr. Wilson to rejoin if released. The weight of the evidence. The government anticipated case against Ms. Wilson rests in significant part on the testimony of cooperating witnesses. The Ninth Circuit Court model instruction advises that such testimony should be examined with greater caution than that of other witnesses. On this record, the weight of evidence cannot carry the government's clear and convincing burden on danger. Let's see, Mr. Wilson. He is supported by a stable family, stepfather. 9. It's been on 9 to 10. We on 9. Mr. Wilson's history and characteristics weigh in favor of release. He is supported by a stable for nature. Sorry, we're going to skip that. We don't care about the family. The clear and convincing evidence inquiry on danger, with its required high degree of certainty, cannot be met on the present record. On the present record. Okay. The clear and convincing evidence inquiry on danger, with its required high degree of certainty, cannot be met on the present record. Two considerations are decisive. First, the absence of personal violence allegations, as discussed above. The second indictment does not allege Mr. Wilson personally directed, financed, armed, transported, or executed any violent act. His alleged conduct is recruitment and travel. That is materially less serious than the alleged conduct of every other charged co-defendant, and it is materially limits any inference about his propensity for danger, for present danger. Second, the dismantled state of the alleged enterprise. Every alleged participant in the August 2022 trip is in federal custody, except in the government's contention that an operational network once existed. It exists no longer, and there is nothing for Mr. Wilson to rejoin. The 8 months Mr. Wilson has already spent in custody. The August 20th, 2026 trial date now set, and a realistic trajectory of further delays call for careful, individualized. So we're on page 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Reassessment of detention on the current record. The Ninth Circuit Court has held that the point at which pretrial detention constitutes a due process violation requires a case-by-case analysis, in that the relevant factors are: 1, the length of detention, pretrial detention, the prosecution's contribution to the delay, and 3, the evidence supporting the detention under the Bail Reform Act. The joint trial was set for August 20th, 2026, more than 18 months after Mr. Wilson's initial appearance. Every continuance to joint proceedings extends his pretrial detention in lockstep. 3 months before trial, the government has signaled it will charge 2 new alleged incidents as direct evidence. The sequences matter. The government first noticed its intent to use the Chicago incident on September 1st, 2025. The defense investigated and prepared accordingly. The government withdrew that evidence at the February 9th, 2026 hearing. The defense preparation reasonably refocused on the operative charging document. And on May 13th, 2026, the government announced it may bring the Chicago incident back. Yo, get the fuck out of here, yo. And these people, yo, the government is dirty, yo. I don't see how people work with these people. Like, yo, look how dirty that is. Look, let me read that again. The government first noticed its intent to use the Chicago incident on September 1st, 2025. The defense investigated and prepared accordingly. Then look, in February, a year later, not even a year, what's that? September, October, November, December, January, 5 months later, on February 9th, 2026, the defense preparation, hold up. The government withdrew that evidence 5 months later. So the defense focused on the main charge. And then 2 months after that, with February, March 8th, then 3 months later, the government announced it may bring the Chicago incident back. And an entirely new incident, Atlanta, 2019, as direct charges. At rearrangement, expanded discovery in 2 separate alleged events. This shit gonna get pushed back probably like another 18 months, man. Yo, they is playing a dirty game, yo. I don't think, they trying to get somebody to tell, man. But the judge don't care, though. Judge like, man, fuck that shit. They gonna have to wait. He ain't getting no bond. Even with them playing obvious games, he still ain't getting no bond because the government, I mean not the government, the judge always favors the government. They give the government all the due process in the world, all the grace. Take your time. Now they do get frustrated with him, so it might be some type of tongue lashing, but ultimately, I think when it come time for postponement, the judge is going to agree. At rearrangement, expanded discovery on two separate alleged events, additional motion practice, and a resumed and significant expanded defense investigation will follow as a result of the government's late-stage charging decisions. The August 20th, 2026 trial date will not hold. Ms. Wilson pretrial detention will extend well beyond the 18 months has already served. Both alleged incidents long predate the conduct charged in this case. The Atlanta 2019 incident occurred in January 2019, more than 3 years before the August 22nd conduct and the superseding indictment. Defendant Banks was arrested in Fulton County State charged on May 19th, 2019. On October 17th, 2022, the Fulton County District Attorney Office moved to dismiss those charges, citing prosecutorial discretion. All right, page 12. Yeah, that's why y'all need me on the internet, yo. If you want me on the internet, yo, people would be running with all type of wild ass narratives. 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 9, 12. It's not 12. The fuck? If I can't count. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Banks was never indicted. Remember, I told y'all that. The Chicago 2022 incident occurred in January 2022, also before the August 2022 conduct and the superseding indictment. Law enforcement investigated both incidents for years before the government filed the original indictment in October 2024. The government had every opportunity to include them then and chose not to. It later sought to introduce the Chicago 2022 incident as Rule 44B evidence and withdrew that proffer at the February 9th, 2026 hearing. 3 months before trial, the government announced a different choice. Compounding the unfairness, neither incident involves Mr. Wilson. If these charges land, he will sit in custody for months while counsel, his and his co-defendants, investigate, prepare motions, and develop a defense to 2 events to which the government does not place him. The defendant, least proximate to the new allegations, bear the heaviest cost, more time in jail. The government anticipated filing forces Ms. Wilson into a constitutional dilemma. Constant to a continuance, the pretrial detention extends past 18 months, deepening the due process concerns the Fifth Amendment guards against. Insist on the August trial date and proceed without the time required to defend 2 new alleged events surrounding the Sixth Amendment right. So, know what they're going to do? Know what the government going to do? The government is going to push. This what they ready to do. The government is probably ready to go forward, right? Because no matter what they told the state, they've been preparing to use this shit. This is just a tactic. So what they're gonna have, what they're gonna do to buy more time is the defense is gonna have to postpone. The defense gonna postpone. That's how they gonna do it. Hold on, y'all. What the fuck, man? Yo, how you all be over here, man? Yo. My fucking nerves, man. I'm bad, y'all. Had to cuss the damn Durk out, man. Yeah, because they on the same thing. All right, yeah, so they're gonna force the defense to postpone because I think I know in the state everybody get 3 postponements. In a federal trial, how many postponements do the government have?
There's no set limit on how many times the government can postpone a federal trial. The court reviews each request individually, considering the Speedy Trial Act and judicial discretion. For legal advice, consult a professional.
So technically they can postpone how many times they want, but most judges is not going to allow that. So they gotta still play little dumbass games. The government anticipate filing forces. The government anticipated filing forces Mr. Wilson into a constitutional dilemma. Consent to a continuance and pretrial detention extends past 18 months, deepening the due process concerns the Fifth Amendment guards against. Insist on an August trial date and proceed without the time required to defend 2 new alleged events. Surrounding the Sixth Amendment right to effective assistance of counsel, Mr. Wilson cannot be required to trade one constitutional right for another. Release on conditions resolves this dilemma. The court itself flagged this risk and denied severance on February 26, 2026. The court observed that the motion was considerably stronger before the government's withdrawal of the Chicago incident. The government now signals reintroduction of that exact conduct. The fact that I ain't gonna lie, yo, the judge might cuss them out for this. I think the judge might cuss them out for this, because this is bullshit what they doing. I can see the judge having a lengthy conversation with the government about this, because that is fucked up. That is fucked up. The fact that the court identified as having weakened the prior severance motion is restored. For real, you don't think so, loyalty betrayal? If the judge said that before the government said that we wasn't going to speak on the Chicago case, if we was going to use the Chicago case, the government said the defense had a better chance at getting bond. Now they bringing it back up. That's dirty, man. That's dirty, Mac. They fucking that case up, y'all. Y'all want to see? All right. Does not move for severance here. He notes only that any joint trial scenario built on the planned supplemental charge will not hold on to August 20th, 2026, and Mr. Wilson will pay for that delay in custody. So they're not filing a motion to get a severance, but they will. If the judge allow them to bring up these other cases, they will be filing another motion for severance. I guarantee you that. I don't know. They could have been lawyers. They could have been prosecutors. It could have been a whole bunch of different things. We don't gotta read that. Nigga, people got some money. 3 sureties have committed in concrete terms to support Mr. Wilson's release. First, Ms. Wilson's stepfather owns a residence in Illinois with an approximate value of $40,000, is willing to pledge the available equity in that property to secure Ms. Wilson's appearance. Second, Ms. Wilson's sister is willing to execute a $50,000 appearance bond or such other amount as the court deems appropriate. Third, Ms. Wilson's cousin is also willing to execute $50,000 appearance bond for such amount as the court deems appropriate. These 3 sureties create financial consequences for Miss Wilson's parents that did not exist on the original record. In addition to the sureties, Mr. Wilson submits to severe release conditions, including 24-hour home detention with continuous GPS monitoring at his stepfather's residence. The stepfather serving as the third-party custodian, surrender of all travel documents and restricted travel, no contact with the alleged victims, witnesses, or co-defendants. He ain't getting no bond. That's dead. That's dead. I ain't gonna lie. That ain't happening. But I think this hearing is still gonna be interesting. I think this hearing is gonna be very interesting. Nah, he ain't gonna get no bond. He ain't gonna get no bond. They ain't giving that because that's not. I told you they trying to get these boys to crack. They trying to have them in this and that bitch for 4 years before they go to court. I'm trying to tell you, same shit they do with Belly and shit. Yo, when they don't got no case, they do that. This is a tactic they use when they don't got a case a lot of times. Now it's not 100% because ain't nothing 100%. But a lot of times when they don't got no case, they just keep postponing that bitch. Make up something. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm sick. I can't go to trial this day, or family emergency, or like they do that shit, y'all. The next thing you know, you've been locked up for 5 years. You feel me? And the only reason they do it is because they hope that somebody gonna be like, yo, fuck that, man. Call my lawyer. Tell my lawyer, meet with the state or meet with the government and see what they got for me. Fuck, I can't sit in here no longer. I can't sit in here no longer, man. Niggas that do that shit. It's just a tactic. Yo, but ultimately, I do think it's only right that if they bring them charges up, I think everybody's gonna be trying to get a severance. Durk might be going to trial by himself. You heard me? And I don't think the government want Durk to go to trial by himself, because if he go to trial by himself, they're only gonna be able to bring up the evidence that's pertaining to Durk. They're not gonna be able to bring up all this shit that everybody else supposed to do. So I don't know. It's like, to me, they just grabbing straws right now. You feel me? Yeah, they is. It's like, to me, they just grabbing straws, yo. I don't think this case is strong, yo. I mean, I'd be surprised. You know, I thought the case against David wasn't strong because it took so long for them to, file charges. But that case looked like it's rock solid. But with this case, where they already arrested and indicted, you don't typically see them play these type of games, man. Like, the fuck is y'all playing games for? Let's get this shit over with. You feel me? Let's get it over with. Y'all saying I'm guilty. I'm saying I'm not. Let's go. May the best man win. No, that's how it work, for real. May the best man win, man. But when they start playing little dirty games and deceptive tricks and all that shit, that just screams to me, yo, that they ain't got what they say they got. Or they might got what they say they got, but they just don't think that's enough. And I told you, if Jam is the snitch and he's there smoking gun, I don't think that gun's smoking at all. I don't think they feel comfortable with that. I wouldn't feel comfortable if I was a prosecutor. But yeah, so when y'all see them blogs saying Durk got new charges, no, he don't. I don't even know if the judge is even gonna allow that. For real. I don't know if the judge is gonna allow them to even do that. I don't. The defendants ain't stalling, the government's stalling. You talking about when you talking about when no, that was a government's motion. That was a government's motion. They just said, all right, maybe they weren't ready yet. I don't know. I weren't ready yet. But it looked like they ready now. Yeah, Durk been ready. It looked like they ready now. And look like the government ain't ready again. The government ain't gonna be ready for another 3 years. It's fucked up how they can do that to people, man. I remember back down, niggas used to be up to jail for 4 or 5 years fighting murders and shit like that. Like, that shit's supposed to be unconstitutional. It should not take you 4 years to take somebody to court on no charge. Like that shit that's going on with Melly, man, that shit is crazy, y'all. It should never take that long to go to court. We ain't in motherfucking Africa. Like, you would have thought we was in a third world country the way how it takes so long to get certain court dates for certain people. That shit crazy. But so I seen the young Aunt Hefe shit, right? Now I'm not even a fan of y'all. I think he's a goofball, to be honest. Let me see what this nigga say. Let me watch your video.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Remember I was telling y'all how I could just run with the narrative? On my earlier live, if y'all watched the live I did earlier, I was talking about how I can lie to niggas with a straight face and just say whatever it is the narrative is. And when it come down to AB and Dane, the narrative is AB did Dane wrong. Me personally, I think Dane been doing AB wrong ever since they been on stream. You feel me? So I ain't see nothing wrong with AB taking the money. I didn't. Because I think Dane been playing with AB since the beginning. I don't think they real friends. I don't think he care about him. I think he's just using him to run up the numbers. And that's it and that's all. And if I was AB and I knew that, should I pocket some money too on this motherfucking ass, nigga? Talking about he gave him 20,000 in a week. First it was 20,000 a month, then it was 20,000 a week. Man, he playing with AB. But I just want to see how this Music 101. I just want to see how he covered this. That's it. I ain't even gonna comment. I just want to see.
The back end. I sent him the back end, bro. I got send you want me to send you a receipt?
So you said cut it back in and he sent me. Alright, bet.
I sent him the back end.
Alright, let's show what it is. Alright, that's a fresh up today. Get out.
Wait, this video is sponsored by Free Cash, the app that's literally paying people to play games. All you gotta do is scan the QR code on the screen right now, or click the link pinned in the comment section. You got your phone in your hand all day anyway. Why not play games and get paid? It's Free Cash. When someone tell you who they is, believe them. Since day one, AB been telling us he used to rob and steal. And what he did to Dean last night just proved he wasn't lying. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Music 101, the Street Report. And I'm gonna put another video. Let's get into it.
Look,
4 days ago.
This what I mean by just running with the narrative. Yeah, hell yeah. Yo, I ain't see nothing wrong. Yo, I'm from Baltimore, bro. Yo, we don't. Yo, if you front me some motherfucking work, right? Say you give me some good shit 3 times in a row, right? And I come back for the 4th time, like, all right, yo, you got the same shit? Nigga tell me yeah. And you give me that shit and that shit ain't what it was, yo, you might not get paid for that, yo. You feel me? Like straight up, like, and I don't think I'm wrong. I think I'm completely justified because you played, bro. What the fuck you lie for? Now I'm saying telling all my people, yeah, it's the same shit. Niggas coming back saying it ain't that. Like, damn, yo, so either you gonna give me the right shit or you ain't getting the money back for this shit. I'm taking everything. That ain't slimy. That ain't grimy. Is that, yo, we gonna play games, we can all play games. Know what I mean? Dean is playing games with AB. He's using them, monetizing off that man addiction. We're not friends. You think AB really believe? AB is 35 years old, man. I don't think he's stupid. I think he's well aware of what's going on. But he need the money. So I'll be willing to play the game. But just like you playing too, just like you playing over there, I'm playing over here too. You can't get mad that I'm playing the game now too. So you just supposed to play me and I don't get nothing out of it, man. Fuck no. I don't think AB was wrong for shit. I think if you look at it the way they want you to look at it, like Dean looked out for AB, then you be like, yo, that's fucked up. Yo, that man gave you opportunity. Yo. But no, hell no. I don't think he gave him opportunity. I think he gave him opportunity to crash out even further. You know, you just making some money while you doing it. You feel me? There ain't no opportunity, man. There ain't no opportunity. Like I told y'all in earlier, and I told y'all, if you living in a neighborhood where it's known for money getters, you got blacks around that bitch that's making $5,000, $10,000 a day. You feel me? And I'm aware of this. You understand? I got to work. You on the block. You around the way. But you ain't doing shit. You just around. You watching the money come and go. And I decide that, yo, I'm ready to get, let's go with weed. Let's say I got the pounds of weed. You feel me? And you in a weed strip where y'all running through, they running through, because you ain't doing shit. They running through 20 pounds a day, 30 pounds a day. You feel me? I know you live around here. I know you know those guys. I know that you can get in there, but you just ain't got no plug, and they ain't putting you on with theirs. But if you come out with your own shit, your own plug, you good. Say I know all of this, and I decide to give you 15 pounds, knowing it can be gone in 3 days. Am I really helping you? I mean, on the outside, yeah, I am helping you. You know, on the outside, yeah, hell yeah. But in reality, I don't give a fuck about you. I'm doing this for me. You feel me? Yeah, you're going to benefit. You're going to make some money. But it's a different mind frame than, yo, that's my little man. I know you're fucked up. I'm going to take a chance on him. It don't even matter if you're living on a block that's doing 30 pounds a day. I fuck with y'all. I don't like him broke. I know he got potential. I'm going to take a chance on him. I'm going to give him some money. That's different, y'all. The mentality is different. It's not predatory as the first scenario where I'm looking at just your situation and I'm trying to figure out how I can benefit off of it. It's a different mentality. One mentality is, I fuck with Shorty, I want to see him up. I don't like how he living right now. The other mentality is, yo, I can monetize off yo. You feel me? I can get rich. All I gotta do is use him. Do y'all get what I'm saying though? Intent matters, man. And I think when it came down to Dean, his whole thing with Cho was about monetizing. That's it. That's all. He don't give a fuck about no AB. That's why every chance he get, he bring up the fact that I helped you. You ungrateful. Nah, bro.
I made a video speaking on how the internet was upset with Adrian Broner for the way he was treating Dean after Dean put him back on his feet. Now, fast forward to last night. Dean called AB doing a business deal without him.
The pay walkthrough, bro. I know, bro. 5-2. Why am I excluded though? No, you're not excluded. No, y'all fucked in here, bro.
Yo, even if this ain't real, it's still fucked up because you still making them look bad. Even if this is for show, you're still using that man to benefit yourself.
Y'all walk me. It's good. Ain't on that. Okay? It's good. I'm gonna get this for y'all.
Soon as AB got in the car, he started with Dean.
Hey, let me out, bro. You go over there, nigga. Hey, bro, hey, my nigga. Over there. That's how much. I'm in the out. Let me out. Let me out, gang. Let cuz out on the interstate there. Get on the interstate there. Nah. Let's say road closing. No, let me out. It's 10 minutes away. Do what you want. We're just. Get out there. What's wrong with you? Can't control your liquor ass nigga. You're a grown ass man. Talking about let me out.
Look,
let me out. Let me out.
Look at the disrespect. Look at the stereotypes. This is what I pay attention to. Fuck the entertainment. You feel me? I don't give a fuck. I pay attention to what's really going on. And what image are they trying to capture?
Let me out. You on your period? Yeah. And I am. We going to the crib, and you can find your ride when we get there. Out, bro. We can find your ride when you get there. About to kidnap me. Try to kidnap me. Everybody dead.
I'm about to be on some real murder. Hey, I'm telling you, man. Now, every day before they start Scream, they already know what they gonna do, except for what it was yesterday when Dean surprised them and took them to the boxing gym because, like he said on stream, it's hard to get them in the boxing gym. So other than that, before the stream start, they already know what they gonna do. But after that business deal, AB get in the call hostile. He want to get out, leave. He don't want to go to the next event. Earlier today, you knew where y'all was going. You already knew the schedule. Now you just did the business deal without Dean. Now you don't want to go to the next event. Why? Because Chaotic just paid him his half and Dean half. And AB supposed to send the other half to Dean. Guess what? He didn't. He kept the whole back end. Check it out.
Hey, what's up, bro?
I had sent AB the back end.
No, he ain't send me shit.
I sent him the back end, bro. I got send you. You want me to send you a receipt?
Alright, so you said cut it back in and he ain't send me shit. Alright, bet.
I sent him the back end.
Alright, that show what it is. Alright, that's a fresh one today. Get out. No, it's good, it's good. You said cut the shit. It's good. Go ahead.
Okay.
He good.
I'm gonna send you up in the screen. You want me to see the screen?
Yeah, you go ahead and do that. It's good.
Alright, I got you right now.
Alright. Go ahead, bro.
Might be a play. But even no matter what it is, it's still making AB look bad. They still using that man because he had his lowest. Like I just don't like none. I don't like nothing about it. I don't like nothing about it, yo. Like you don't do this shit to a friend, man. It's not a friend. This is a business relationship where one person is being painted in a positive light and the other person is being painted in a negative light. But the other person has an obvious addiction problem that he needs to attend to off a stream. Or he can do it on stream, but it need to be a situation where he's attending to it. Not this shit where every environment is alcohol and girls around.
Bet. Niggas could have made M's. Stupid. That's good though. I'll do that regardless. Yeah. Do that regardless. Yeah, do that then.
Now for the event, they got paid $3,000, $1,500 a piece. Before they got there, they got half. But only this time, the people sent AB his half, and they sent Dean his half. But the second half of $750, somehow AB told him, send me the money, and I send the Dean his half. That's how things got messed up. Dean spoke out after the situation, and he exposed that everywhere they go, he pays. Whether it's flights, clothes, food, drinks, etc. He pays. He also helped AB make $20,000 his first stream. Let me tell you something. Some of the biggest streamers right now today will tell you they didn't make $20,000 in a week. They first time stream.
And if we want to talk numbers, I done made this $20,000 in a week. His first week streaming, nigga. This whole you don't make $20,000 on Kick streaming your first week. That's just off KCIP. Feels like nobody. That ain't including everything else. Everything paid for by me. I'm not telling bro to break even because he making bread now. That's me, bro. My expenses, bro. Paying for everything.
Is everything paid for by him or is it paid for out of his budget? I mean, because I'm sure whatever they're paying out of that budget, he's getting that shit back tenfold by AB band on stream. He probably in a 360 deal. And these niggas, I told y'all, man, they done turned the internet and blogging and streaming into the rap industry, yo. They signing niggas in 360 deals, man. You get a couple hours up front, and they get the back end. And whatever you pay for come out of your money. You know, when it's time to re-up.
And flights, hotel, Airbnb, everything.
After everything went down, AB posted that he sent Dean the $750. Well, the problem is they got into it around 11:30, 12. He sent Dean the $750 at 2:16 a.m. after Dean called Kick and got AB page took.
And we called Kick. We said, "Hey, delete, remove his now."
Look, y'all, all this is just about control. It's about control, y'all. AB will never be able to separate from this boy because the control factor.
Out. Gone. Green light. Cut it, gone. Bye. Now go stream on Instagram Live. It look like an IG Live anyway.
An hour ago, AB posted on his Instagram story and said, Kick banned me, but they ain't do it bad on their app. Now, I told y'all last night, and I just showed y'all the clip, where Dean called Kick and told them to cut Adrian Broner's stream. So while he was streaming last night in the club after he left Dean, they cut his stream. He tried to go on the Day Must Be and see that he can't log on and stream. Now, his page is still active, but he's banned right now. He can't go on there and stream. Why? Do Dean got that much power? No. This is the situation. You can't break laws while you streaming, whether it's on Kick or Twitch.
Because it's about making them look bad, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Even if it is a play, it could be a play, but it's about making a nigga look bad. Yo, right now, AB will do anything for money. He fucked up. That's what I don't like about the shit. They're using this man addiction to monetize off of him, yo. That's why I say, Dane, he's not a friend of his, yo. Ain't no friend, yo. You don't do that type shit to your friends, man. He using that boy, man. Because it was several ways this could have been handled. And none of them was the way they handled it. You feel me? So even if it's a play, it's still designed to make AB look foolish, like he's been doing every day on stream.
If you break a law, they will ban you. Dean and Adrian Broner is in a partnership while they on stream. They working together. It's a business. When AB didn't pay Dean his money last night, that's called theft. That's breaking the law. That's illegal. Technically, he's stealing. So what Dean did was call, and 9 times out of 10 sent the clip. What Chaotic said, he sent the money to AB. AB didn't deny it. He got straight out the car and left. That's why he sent the money at 2:16 a.m., 2-3 hours after he got into it with Dean, because Kick ended his stream and he wasn't allowed to get back on. So now he's saying that he's banned. Now, sometimes it be days, sometimes it be weeks, sometimes it can get unbanned ASAP. It all just depends on who working on the back end, what it said, and how both parties.
All right, I don't like his voice. I just wanted to see if he was going to run with the narrative, and of course he is. So look at this, y'all. Old Culture Vulture Vlad. Y'all gonna have Honeycomb Brazy beefing with everybody. He gonna get Honeycomb Brazy killed, man. Look, Honeycomb Brazy just is stupid. Your rappers is dumb, yo. Like, yo, these entertainers. It's like, yo, they find the dumbest niggas to put on the TV screen. Like, a Vlad TV interview with Honeycomb Brazy. Yo, can you look at this? Look at Vlad. He loves it. I'm gonna make him fucking $40,000 off this shit. I'm only gonna give him 3. I'm gonna give his ass 3,000. I'm gonna probably 40K off this shit, cause he gonna mention everybody. Finesse 2 times, Sauce Walker, and whoever else. You heard me? If Vlad don't give that nigga get killed or get banned from the industry. Yo, but look at this shit, yo. Yo, look at this, yo. This is crazy. I seen this right before I went live. Hernandez Govan says he wouldn't interview Queso dad. Not even at gunpoint. What? Yo, why he trying to act like niggas don't know he told? Like, have y'all noticed that Hernandez Govan has been on the internet and he's still telling, but he's acting like he didn't tell in Dolph case, like it's not documented that you told on them niggas. Listen to this shit.
Man, I don't know who need to hear this, but the next motherfucker come in my DM or my inbox talking about some, they want me to interview Blue, which is Queso's father. I'm blocking the shit out of you. I wouldn't care who it was. Ain't no exceptions. I'm blocking the shit out of you. Man, I want to interview the man at gunpoint. I don't want to sit up and talk to no nigga that got their son a life sentence in prison. Ain't happening. Hey, look.
So what about the young niggas you got life in prison, bro? Like, yo, to me, them two on the same level. Queso father told on his son. Despicable. Hernandez Govan used his connection to the streets, used his connection to niggas younger than him, and crashed them niggas out. Sent them on a straight dummy mission. I mean, that shit about the same to me. Well, I mean, ain't nothing like telling on your kids. But you understand what I'm saying? Like, your shit bad too, bro. You was an older nigga to them young boys, man. You could have gave them some real game, some real knowledge. But instead, you fucking used your affiliation to crash them niggas out on a dummy mission, man. So you just a fuck boy too, my nigga. Hard mode, what it is. Yeah, yo. You fucking coordinated these guys, linked them up with Juk, and then told on them niggas, bro. The fuck, like, yo, come on, my nigga, like, that you don't think that's bad? Without you, them niggas wouldn't even get killed off. Come on, bro. It's a fucking clown. That kid fed agent. Oh. What the fuck is this? It was some shit I just clicked. Something happened in Detroit. Niggas be stupid. Look at this. Detroit man insisted kill hours after disrespecting ops on Facebook Live.
Everybody talking about chill out. What chill mean? I don't know what chill mean. Fuck, next person tell me chill out, I'm bringing a problem to y'all, nigga, flat out. Don't give a fuck about that nigga brothers, mamas, nobody, nigga. He shouldn't have been talking shit, nigga. So I'm a troll all day. And if y'all feel some type of way, come get trolled on too, nigga. Or y'all can get beat on, nigga. Like I said, fuck his dead baby. Fuck his dead ass mama. That bitch ashes like on the tip of this blunt. Or that bitch a bag of bones. Which one? Nah. And I said it. And fuck that dead ass baby too. Nah. And whoever else feels some type of way. I don't give a fuck about that brother, that nigga brother, none of them. Nigga, my brother in jail, nigga. I don't give a fuck about that nigga brother. What they gonna do? Nothing. I'm still gonna be outside, still in the hood. Nobody ain't gonna do nothing. I'm still gonna make my money and ride through this bitch. Nigga, fuck that mama. That bitch dead. Bitch ain't nothing but these ashes on my blunts. Go cry. Mother's Day just passed. Ain't that bitch death day the sun coming up? Nigga. Nah, y'all could. Next person tell me chill out, I'm trolling you. Flat out, or I'm pulling up and I'm smack the shit out of you. Nah, and that's how I'm playing. Nah, fuck y'all. Nah.
Now to a brutal double homicide that has left a Detroit neighborhood in shock and a newborn baby without a mother. The victims were gunned down in two different vehicles on McKinney Street on the city's east side this afternoon. 7 News Detroit reporter Brett Cast explains how police are connecting the pieces as a crime prevention group calls for an end to this senseless violence.
Well, police say it was a shot spotter run that led them to that street on Detroit where they discovered 2 people shot and killed and no suspect to be found. A busy scene on McKinney Street on Detroit's east side, where a man and a woman believed to be brother and sister were shot dead. Family and friends watching as their 2 cars, riddled with bullets, were towed away from the scene. Police say it all happened just before 2 p.m.
We had a shot spotter alert, 9 shots quickly followed by 3 shots.
Detroit police responded and found the 2 dead in their cars, along with a 1-month-old baby who was found unharmed. It's believed the suspect walked up to the vehicles and opened fire, and police say it appears to be a targeted attack.
Why is that your response? You think that makes you like a hero or make you tough? That makes you a target. You can never sleep good after that.
Activists like Pastor Mo Hardwick have been working to stop violence in the community, arguing that grabbing a gun does not solve disputes.
If you wanted to address the issue, I guarantee you when you shot them people, you did not address the issue. You just caused destruction. And ultimately on yourself.
Detroit police say no suspect is in custody and there's no suspect description. They're now reviewing area cameras and will continue to investigate.
I'm begging you, Detroit.
Yeah, Freddie
calm
X.
down. Calm down. Whatever it was, it ain't worth their life in your life.
Yeah. Everybody talking about chill.
Fucking stupid. Detroit East Side police say they received a shot spot alert. Police say they were alerted to 9 shots, quickly followed by 3 shots. A man and a woman were found dead in 2 vehicles at the scene. They are believed to be brother and sister. They believe the suspect walked up to the vehicles, which were parked in a residential area, and opened fire in what appeared to be a target attack. A 1-month child was reported in the back seat of one of the vehicles, but uninjured. It's stupid. Now his ass dead. Black Zach denied bond. Judge said he could be released. He could be a threat if released.
Video of the murder is
fuck Mickey Truth and not fucking with her.
community tied. The murder was a
Fuck with Mickey Truth. All right, so do y'all see how the internet is? So young and Hefe, no jumper host, got arrested for a murder, felony murder. And these guys just ran all these narratives without actually looking up the definition of felony murder. So the definition of felony murder in California. What defines felony murder in California law?
In California, felony murder means anyone involved in a dangerous crime can be charged with murder if someone dies during it, even without intent to kill, as outlined in the California Penal Code.
So do y'all hear that? Y'all see that? So illegal doctrine allowing any participant involved in a qualifying inherently dangerous felony to be charged with murder if a death occurs during the crime. So why was Poetic Flacco and them going around saying shit like this? I don't even think I saved that shit. Because I don't even fuck with y'all. Well, him and Seti Nash was accusing this man of murders. This outright murder, though. But that's not the definition of felony murder. You understand? Felony murder has to be a murder in commission of a felony, which means it had to have been something that led to the murder, like a robbery turned shooting. A DP turned fatal. Not just no upright catch you walking down the street, run you down, kill you. No, that ain't that. Not no beef in the fucking at the taco stand that turned fatal. That ain't that. So these niggas just blatantly pushed a false narrative. Blatantly. Now I'm gonna go to point and shoot for this. Man, you already know.
Was involved with the shooting, not Aunt Hefe.
What?
The 16th in Los Angeles.
So young Aunt Hefe is at the taco stand minding his business.
All right, so there have been some new developments in the young Aunt Hefe
Look.
murder arrest situation. So Poetic Manyango Jala
Frederick Jala is my real name.
says that young Aunt was involved in this taco stand shooting that happened on May the 16th in Los Angeles.
So young Aunt Hefe is at the taco stand minding his business, trying to get some tacos, trying to eat. A Pablo Blood pull up. I think like into Pablo's from like 5'4" or 5 deuce, who knows, right? But the Pablo Blood pull up. Instantly, an altercation breaks out. He starts to bang on young Aunt Hefe. Where you from, Blood? And Hefe, I'm from A-Trey
Yeah,
Gangsta
for real,
Crib.
he ain't lying. That all them niggas, him and Seti Nash. Like what actually happened was way less violent. I mean, well, I ain't gonna say was way less violent, but it wasn't first degree murder. You know, it's different classifications of murder, man. These niggas, Poetic Flacco and Seti Nash, was speaking as like a first degree murder or second degree murder. This is somewhere around the lines of like a third degree murder offense.
Cool. That should have been the end of it. Young and Hefe walks away, gets back into his car. Now, when Young and Hefe gets back into his car, the Pablo Blood follows Young and Hefe to his car. Allegedly,
Look.
That's why Young and...
Like I was just saying, felony first degree murder applies automatically, and the death occurs during the preparation or attempted preparation of specific enumerated felonies, including arson, robbery, burglary, carjacking, kidnapping, mayhem, or torture. Y'all know this phone dirty. I do tow trucking, man. Motherfucking phone be falling out my pocket and shit.
Hefe killed the dude from Pablo Blood.
So Jala says that's why young Aunt Hefe killed the guy from Pablo Blood.
What?
So Jala is actually lying. He made that whole thing up. That's all rumors and just lies that he came up with. That is not what young Aunt Hefe is locked up for. And so Jala gets called out for this pretty much right away by Remo, Officer
So was
Remo
it
from No
is
Jumper.
it is it first degree or second degree? Because first degree felony murder carries 25 to life. Second degree felony murder carries 15 to life.
Everyone knows Remo. So Remo says that Jala is lying and that young Aunt Hefe went down for something that happened a long time ago. It was like a DP gone wrong and someone lost their life. And because young Aunt Hefe was technically involved, or he was the lookout or whatever he was, he didn't actually kill someone, but he was involved. He was like, there was a commission of a felony going on when somebody died. And that's what made it PC 189. Felony murder.
Just to update on the Aunt Hefe situation. I know a lot of rumors and shit been hitting the internet. Everyone's trying to say that young Aunt Hefe was actually involved with the shooting at a taco stand. I'm not sure about that. From what I'm hearing that young Aunt Hefe was actually arrested from a situation that stemmed from like a few months back. I'm hearing it was like a DP gone wrong where, I don't know, maybe somebody in his clique got DP'd, but in the midst of the dude getting a DP, someone actually passed away during the DP, and that is actually what Aunt Hefe supposedly, allegedly...
So Jala gets called out for this, and he panics and releases an emergency video with revised versions of the account.
Emergency
and this
video.
was actually pretty funny. So Jala now claims... So he says that he's got footage, and he claims that young Aunt Hefe's vehicle was involved with the shooting, not Aunt Hefe.
One of Aunt Hefe's vehicles may or may not have been at the scene when this took place. This car right here may or may not have been one of the vehicles that Aunt Hefe used to drive to No Jumper. But the driver of the vehicle never actually gets out the car. When the
Hey, yo, hold the fuck up, yo. Yo, is he trying to implicate him in a separate crime? Yo, this is crazy. So instead of just admitting you got it wrong, you try to implicate him in another murder, bro? Wow. What the fuck? This nigga worse than Byron Blake. It's worse than Byron Blake in the Big 30 shit. Like, yo, people will go, yo, god damn, yo, like, if you wrong, you wrong. Yo, why the fuck, yo, why is it this serious? You jumped out there trying to be first. You got the story wrong, bro. You ain't gotta do this. Wow. That's why I don't watch, yo. Yo, but like, I can't, this is crazy.
Involved with the shooting, not Aunt Hefe.
One of Aunt Hefe's
Emergency video with revised versions of the account. And this was actually pretty funny. So Jala now claims, so he says that he's got footage, and he claims that that young Aunt Hefe's vehicle was involved with the shooting, not Aunt Hefe.
One of Aunt Hefe's vehicles may or may not have been at the scene when this took place. This car right here may or may not have been one of the vehicles that Aunt Hefe used to drive to No Jumper. But the driver of the vehicle never actually gets out the car. When the altercation played out between this group of people, somebody runs into the passenger side of one of Aunt Hefe's vehicles, allegedly, and they drove off. This right here is the gentleman that was shot and killed. Him right here.
So what this Jala is telling us is that young Aunt Hefe is not seen in any of this footage of the shooting. So Jala made up the story about young Aunt Hefe getting banged on and then going to his car and retrieving a weapon and then shooting the guy. And then so Jala made that whole thing up. Isn't that nice? The only connection that this footage has to young Aunt Hefe is that Jala says that this looks like one of young Aunt Hefe's vehicles. That's it. This is insane. And what Jala does next is even more insane. Wait till you see this. So Jala justifies his reporting, his malicious, made-up lie story reporting based on this Instagram post. He's saying, look, this guy's the one saying stuff, not me. I'm getting my information from this guy, this Pueblo Blood.
A high-ranking gang member from Pueblo's, Young Woo, it looks like he's not letting Young and Hefe off the hook completely just yet, because he dropped a video where he essentially names Young and Hefe and backs up the story that Young and Hefe and this dude had an altercation. Now, from the footage I just seen, if that's Young and Hefe's car, if that's one of the cars Young and Hefe drive to No Jumper, if that's one of them, then Young and Hefe never actually got out the vehicle when the altercation took place.
Pueblo Bishops, rest in peace, my young homie, Lil Bandit, aka Bandino. But listen, man, the story has come out on what happened to him. So allegedly, at the time where he went to the taco stand to get him a burrito, Young and Hefe had just pulled up or was there already. He was standing in line. And when, you know, the homies seen him, because I'm not sure how many people
you got?
The homie Lil Bandit, you know, they started pressing Young and Hefe, banging on him. I guess they wasn't aware that, you know, he from HA Gangsters. He also, you know, that popular YouTube nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And after that, you feel me, once Young and Hefe say you from HA Gangsta Crip, you would think it'd be like, you know, dead, you know, water under the bridge or some shit. But I guess
I don't know how California let you get away with that shit.
Start walking to his car.
That shit definitely wouldn't have fly on the East Coast.
That's when the argument
Baltimore,
ensued,
DC,
you feel me, with the dissing and everything.
Virginia,
fucking
New York. I mean, I don't know. New York.
They still blaming him for that murder, apparently. But
certain
shout out
spots
to
in
Remo, man.
Okay, so that
Philly.
whole story that you
That
just
nigga
heard that guy tell us, this Pueblo Blood,
Man.
that story came from Jala's first
And
video.
more whack
He
behind.
literally said it in his video. He said, this is coming from
The
Jala.
Pueblos on beef with the HA Gangsters. It should have been kind of like, you know, left alone. But the way the Flacco was claiming that the homie Lil Bandit was dissing Young and Hefe Hood, you know, dissing all kind of gangs and shit like that. You feel
All
me?
this guy did was repeat what he heard from Jala, and Jala presents this to his audience and tells his audience that this guy's backing up the story that he reported on.
And backs up the story.
That young Aunt Hefe was getting banged on and went and got a gun and shot him and killed him. This is what Jala is telling his audience, and he's saying this guy is a high-ranking blood member, and he's backing up the story. So, I mean, you just gotta understand what's going on. So Jala literally blamed this unsolved murder on young Aunt Hefe or his car. And then when he got called out for this because it wasn't true and he knew it, he says that this blood member's blaming young Aunt Hefe, not him. He says this guy's blaming him.
They still blaming him for that murder, apparently. But shout out to Remo, man.
Boy, the Flacco is claiming that. Boy, the Flacco is claiming that. Boy, the Flacco is claiming that. Boy, the Flacco is claiming that.
Now, I want to show you this part where Jala throws shade at Remo for proving him wrong and calling him out for false journalism.
Me and Remo has been on the phones trying to get y'all the most information we can get y'all, man. Remo has been a big help. He's been on the phones as well, doing some really, really, really great investigation and detective work.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? I said nigga been on the phones. What the fuck, nigga? What? Y'all niggas is crazy, bro. God damn, is that serious? Yo, what you know about the young Hefe arrest? The fuck, yo, let the police do their job, yo. They, you know, when it's time, they release it.
This case, man. But I'll be real with y'all guys, man. The Pueblo Bloods, they're still blaming Young and Hefe for this. I'm not entirely sure Young and Hefe fired any shots. Allegedly, that's why Young and Hefe killed the dude from Pablo Bloods. The vehicle being seen or not being seen at the crime scene, I don't know. But that's why people thought Young and Hefe got picked up for that particular murder.
They thought that he got picked up for that particular murder because Jala.
What? Frederick Jala is my real name because Young and Hefe may or may not have been at the scene when the murder took place. But Young and Hefe was actually picked up again.
Hey, yo, this is dirty work, yo. Like, wow, bro. Just say I was wrong. God damn. Like, yo, these niggas is like, these niggas is hoes for real, yo. Like, yo, only people that I thought that go to great lengths to not admit they wrong was females, man. Yeah, I never, yo, like, that's not typically a behavior of a man. Like, if you wrong, you fucking wrong, yo. God dang. Like, yo, how many times I've been wrong with this bitch and I done took videos down. Like, yo, these niggas don't even take videos down when they get it wrong. They keep this shit up. Fuck it. It's out. Like, yo, come on, yo, like, god damn, yo, carry yourself with some ounce of dignity. Yo, you set up that bitch and fucking blame young Aunt Hefe for uncharged murder. Got proved wrong. Then, instead of saying I'm wrong, you go into a whole fucking narrative about a car that he may have this is what he said. He showed a fucking surveillance video of a car that he says young Aunt Hefe may or may have not drove the no jumper. Yo, what the fuck, bro? Like, god damn. Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy work, yo. Golly, yo. This is wild. Like, me, I can't even
Young and Hefe's family. Now, if they're misleading us, they're misleading us. But Young and Hefe family said he got picked up for a conspiracy a couple of months ago involving a member of A-Tray dying.
Now he blamed it on his family.
Now, let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, okay? If you're still watching this video.
In the final seconds of this video, he actually provides some actual information. So the family of young Aunt Hefe says that he got picked up for what Remo says he got picked up for. And then he suggests that the family could be misleading us or lying to us. What? I mean, this is a liar that just got called out for lying, suggesting that the family is lying. This Jala is really something else. He told the whole internet that this taco shooting was because of young Anthony Hefe. I mean, even Trapler Ross followed Jala's lead. All the little YouTube cockroaches all jumped on this and reported this as Jala did.
His friends mourning the loss, and then this is kind of footage from the scene. And we got kind of paramedics there sort of crowding around, and I'm pretty sure the body was placed under a sheet.
So now what's this death tuber going to do? Now that is he going to come out and say that he reported on something that he shouldn't have because there were no facts? I'm wondering what Trapler Ross has in store for us after this. I think that their audiences should demand an apology from them, a public apology for how shitty their reporting is and how greedy they are and how all they do is talk about whatever they can to get paid. They don't care about anything. They're not interested in anything. They just want money. And so they're willing to spin a narrative about someone, the worst day of someone's life, and about someone who died. I mean, it's really, where does it, so yeah, they need to apologize, I think, to their audiences for lying to their audiences.
What if you was a family member of one of these deceased individuals, and you thought that you got justice from your family for your family member by watching one of these fuckboys videos, only to find out that it ain't true. Like, yo, like, yo, that's what, like, this what I be talking about with these people. Yo, like, they report things like, yo, you know this is somebody real life, right? You know this is somebody real family member, right? You know this might be somebody father or bro. Like, yo, they report on these stories with no understanding, no compassion for the family, no, like, yo, it's not just a story, bro. Like, and that's why I be having problems with these people that speak on these type of things, some of them, because for one, you never lived it, you know, you don't understand it, and you don't even respect the situation or respect what other people are going through from the situation. Like, point as you said, all these niggas is worried about, guys, is worried about is money. Money. They don't care if they get the story wrong. They don't care. It's just money. Yo, but that's fucked up, yo, when you talk about people real life, man.
And so it does appear that Ant was arrested for what we originally thought. That was reported by TMZ, which is felony murder, which is when, someone dies during the commission of a felony. Everyone committing the felony gets a murder charge, okay? And the $1 million bail, people were confused about this. Yes, you can post bail, a $1 million bail, before you see a judge, before you're arraigned. That's what bail is. So you can post bail even though you haven't seen a judge. I don't know where people are getting that from, but it's really interesting. I'd like maybe a better explanation of what, because maybe I'm getting this wrong. I don't know. So this is the bail schedule for Los Angeles County, so you guys can read through and figure out why his bail was set to that. And if you want to learn about Jala's scammer activity, check out this video and go give it a like and a comment for me, okay? So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one.
Yo, these guys diabolical, man. Like, for real. Like, that's crazy.
Shopping for
I was at work
really
all day, so I didn't know none of that.
That's before.
Like, these guys is die. I don't even watch Flacco. I don't watch
involved
none of
with
these niggas
the
for
shooting.
real. Like, only seeing when other people report on them. I think Chud the Builder went to court today.
All right, for the record, Mr. Epley's now in the courtroom with Chair Justice. All right, take him into custody. Take him into custody. I told you, sir, you did not have a speaking role today. You decided that you wanted one for whatever reason. I don't know why, but take him into custody.
Dang, what they lock you up for? Man, free yo. Fuck, you'll get booked for. Damn, fuck you.
However, anybody on that side of the bar does not have a speaking role in any of these proceedings today. There's not going to be any hoopla or shenanigans from the gallery.
Oh, he ain't
You're
playing
gonna
no
be removed,
games.
and I'll talk to all about that in
You're
a
ready
second.
to punish Chud the Builder.
Read what these posts say.
The initial part says, I will defend my life with lethal force. Do not approach me with intent to threaten bodily harm.
I think it's reasonable to have a gag order on the defendant should he make bond, and I guess even while he's in the jail and has his...
Hold the fuck up, y'all. Where the whole hearing at? Fuck that. I don't want to see no abbreviated version. Hold on, y'all. Chud the Builder bond hearing. Chud the Builder.
I got the latest for Sir the Builder bond hearing Chud the Builder. The first headline, from WKRN News 2 on MSN.com, is, New details emerge during bond hearing for Chud the Builder shooting case.
The fuck is the hearing at? I want to see the whole hearing, yo. Fuck, I got to watch the abbreviated version.
All right, for the record. I told you, sir, you did not have a speaking role today. You decided that you wanted one for whatever reason. I don't know why, but take your thing. However, anybody on that side of the bar does not have a speaking role in any of these proceedings today. There's not going to be any hoopla or shenanigans from the gallery. You're going to be removed, and I'll talk all about that in a second.
Can you read what these posts say?
The initial part says, I will defend my life with lethal force. Do not approach me with intent to threaten bodily harm.
I told you, yo, like, yo, he buried himself. Like, yo, you speaking on, yo, right before this shooting, he put up a post saying that he was going to kill somebody, man. He said that. He said the final finale, he was going to shoot somebody. Like, I don't know how he think he's going to get out of this situation. He looks stressed out. Looks like he lost some weight since he been in that bitch. that bitch ain't eating. Dumbass.
To have a gag order on the defendant should he make bond, and I guess even while he's in the jail and has his, I don't know, iPad or whatever, that he cannot live stream, post, or anything that indirectly or directly encompasses these offenses.
But the First Amendment is very important to a free country.
Yeah, I want to. Where's the whole video at, yo?
Us being able to talk about ideas freely, we can't really be a free society. Now, I mean, repugnant ideas are still protected under rights of free speech. So people are free to go say whatever offensive things they want to say, as long as
definitely
it's
gotta
not
stand
calling
on
for
it.
someone to hurt somebody else.
That's a $1 million bond with the following conditions: no weapons, GPS monitor. There will be a gag order for Mr. Hefe regarding social media live streaming about the facts or the parties involved in this case. That's going to help him as much as anything.
Oh, so look, yo, salute to him, yo. The judge took off 250,000, man. Hey man, he took a little 250 yard for, man, make it more affordable for him. Stupid ass nigga. Yeah, this is fucking hilarious, yo. Yeah, I swear I don't know what he thought was going to happen out of all of this. $10% of a million? I don't know. Is that 75K? What's 10% of $1 million?
The answer is 100,000 US dollars.
100,000. I should have known that. The fuck, geek. Yeah. He got killed 100,000. Cash. So that's a lot. Yo, niggas, people was coming after the lawyer. The lawyer had to put out a statement. Did y'all see that? Motherfucker put so much pressure. The lawyer had to release a statement, man. People was calling the lawyer racist for defending him. Chud the builder. I should have on Instagram. Well, let me go back. See what the new information is. Since we can't see the whole fucking bail hearing. During the bond hearing held Thursday, officials revealed new details about what led up to the shooting outside the Montgomery courthouse involving a streamer known as Chud the Builder. Dalton Etherly, known online as Chud the Builder, was charged with attempted murder, aggravated assault, employing a firearm during a dangerous felony, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon for his involvement in a shooting that took place outside the courthouse along Millennium Plaza. During his live stream, he claimed the incident began when a man outside the courthouse pointed and laughed at him. Etherly claims he walked away after interacting with the man, but the man followed him and started punching him, which is when Etherly said he drew his weapon. An investigator testified that surveillance video from the courthouse showed Etherly approach a man with a selfie stick before walking away. The defense said the man was then seen grabbing Etherly and placing him in a headlock before shots was fired. When authorities arrived on the scene, they reportedly found the other man near a water fountain suffering from gunshot wounds. He was flown to Vanderbilt Medical Hospital, and he survived. The defense argued Etherly did not pull out his weapon until he was publicly physically struck. However, prosecutors questioned investigators about Etherly's intention, adding that before the incident, he made posts online about going free and riots in the streets, though the full context was not revealed in court. I'm telling you, that's just going to fuck him up, yo. He's not going to be able to get off on this case with all that shit he did on social media. According to the Associated Press, Etherly is known for himself. In fact, prosecutors brought up Etherly's behavior online and mentioned that he is known to confront people in public for content, attention, and money. The defense argued that the posts that were made weeks or months prior before the shooting should not count as a provocation in relation to the shooting outside the courthouse. As videos were played in court, another live streamer was reportedly removed. Oh, that's why he got removed. Some of Etherly's family members testified that he had strong community ties, family support, and used to work in local construction. One family member allegedly acknowledged a prior arrest involving Etherly, but clarified the arrest did not result in conviction. Based on the calculations of the customary bond amounts tied to each count, the judge set a final bond at $1.25 million. During the hearing, the judge stressed the seriousness of he can take it down. 11 hours ago. So him pulling out that selfie stick, that's the provocation. See, his dumb ass thought he knew law. He thought that I can provoke somebody, then walk away, and I'd be justified. No, yo, you provoked the man. You came over there with your selfie stick, probably called him a chimp, and yeah, nigga went over there and beat your motherfucking ass. They go over that bitch and beat you up. And your only defense was to fucking try to shoot him and kill him. Stupid bitch. It's the dumbass nigga, yo. But it's 11:40, y'all. I'm ready to take my ass to bed. I gotta work in the morning. I appreciate y'all as always. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Yeah, yo, fuck this dumbass up. Had that man in the in the Boston crab. What you call that shit? That man in the crippler cross face. He ain't know what to do with himself. And make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you do. The double day keep what you do. And I'm out.